Imagine paying more for a single pinch of seasoning than for an entire week's worth of groceries. Or eating a dish where one bite costs more than a flight ticket. Around the world, there are ingredients so rare, so labor-intensive, or so culturally sacred that their price borders on unbelievable. These aren't luxury foods just because they taste good. They're expensive because nature makes them difficult, time makes them scarce, and humans have turned them into legends. So today, we're counting down the top 5 world's most expensive ingredients. And by the end of this list, you'll understand why some flavors are worth their weight in gold. Let's break it down right here on History of Simple Things. Without further ado, let's start with number 5, saffron, the world's most expensive spice. Saffron may look unassuming, just thin red threads, but it has been prized for over 3,500 years. Ancient Persians used it as medicine and perfume. Cleopatra bathed in saffron-infused water, and medieval Europeans treated it like currency. Today, saffron remains the most expensive spice on Earth, selling for anywhere between $500 to over $5,000 per pound. The reason is brutally simple. Saffron is incredibly difficult to produce. Each saffron thread comes from the stigma of the Crocus sativus flower, and each flower produces only 3 stigmas. These flowers bloom for just a few weeks each year, and every single thread must be harvested by hand. It takes roughly 75,000 flowers to produce 1 pound of saffron. No machines, no shortcuts. Beyond its price, saffron carries a flavor that's almost impossible to replicate. Earthy, floral, slightly honeyed. It's the backbone of dishes like Spanish paella, Persian rice, and Indian biryani. Its deep golden color once symbolized wealth and power. And even today, fake saffron floods the market, making the real thing even more precious. Moving on with number 4, the Matsutake mushrooms, a vanishing treasure. Matsutake mushrooms are rare not because they're slow growing, but because they're incredibly picky. These mushrooms only grow in very specific forest conditions, forming delicate relationships with the roots of certain trees. If the ecosystem changes even slightly, the mushrooms disappear. Once abundant in Japan, Matsutake populations collapsed after pine forests were damaged by disease and urban expansion. Today, high-quality Japanese Matsutake mushrooms can sell for $1,000 to $2,000 per pound, especially at the start of the season when they're freshest. Unlike cultivated mushrooms, Matsutake cannot be farmed reliably. They must be foraged, often in secret locations known only to experienced hunters. Their aroma is powerful, spicy, pine-like, and almost medicinal. In Japanese cuisine, Matsutake symbolize autumn and impermanence. They're not eaten casually. They're gifted, celebrated, and treated with reverence. What makes Matsutake truly expensive isn't just rarity, it's uncertainty. A bad season means no harvest, and no harvest means no replacement. For our spot number 3, white truffles, the diamonds of the kitchen. White truffles are one of the most famous luxury ingredients in the world, and for good reason. Found primarily in the Piedmont region of Italy, these truffles grow underground near oak and hazelnut trees. They can't be farmed, they can't be predicted, and they can't be stored for long. Prices for white truffles fluctuate wildly depending on the season, but top-quality specimens regularly sell for $3,000 to $5,000 per pound, with rare auction truffles fetching tens of thousands of dollars. Truffle hunters rely on trained dogs to sniff them out, often before dawn to avoid competitors. Once harvested, white truffles begin losing aroma almost immediately, which means speed is everything. Their flavor is intense, garlicky, musky, and deeply savory, and just a few shavings can transform a simple dish of pasta or eggs. Historically, truffles were believed to be born from lightning striking the earth. Today, science has replaced myth, but the mystique remains. White truffles aren't about indulgence. They're about timing, luck, and fleeting perfection. Number 2 on our list is Almas caviar, pearls from ancient fish. Caviar has long been associated with wealth, but Almas caviar sits in a category of its own. Produced from albino beluga sturgeon found in the Caspian Sea, Almas caviar can sell for $25,000 per kilogram, making it one of the most expensive edible products in the world. The beluga sturgeon itself is a living fossil, dating back over 250 million years. These fish can take up to 20 years to mature enough to produce roe, which already makes the process costly. Albino beluga sturgeon are even rarer, and their pale golden eggs are prized for their smooth texture and subtle, buttery flavor. Traditionally, caviar is eaten simply to let its flavor shine. It's served chilled, often on a neutral base like blinis or lightly buttered toast. Overfishing and habitat destruction have pushed sturgeon populations to the brink, leading to strict regulations and limited production. Authentic Almas caviar is often sold in gold-lined tins, reinforcing its status as culinary royalty. And number 1 on our list is Kopi Luwak, the most controversial coffee in the world. At the top of the list is an ingredient that sparks fascination and debate. Kopi Luwak, often called the world's most expensive coffee, can cost anywhere from $600 to $1,300 per pound. Its uniqueness lies not in the bean itself, but in how it's processed. Kopi Luwak beans are eaten by civet cats, partially digested, and then excreted. During digestion, enzymes break down proteins in the coffee beans, reducing bitterness and altering flavor compounds. The beans are then collected, cleaned, roasted, and brewed. Historically, this process began in Indonesia during colonial times, when local farmers were forbidden from harvesting coffee. They discovered that civets had already done the work for them. However, its popularity led to unethical farming practices, with civets kept in captivity. As a result, truly ethical Kopi Luwak is now harder to find and more expensive. When sourced responsibly, the coffee is known for its smoothness, low acidity, and chocolate-like notes. And that's it for our top 5 expensive food ingredients. If you still have in mind that we forgot to mention, feel free to comment them below so we can include them in our part 2. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.